Right. I am sitting here with Kelly Simpkins with the Tectonic Theater Project's performance practice on The Good Death. And I was just wondering if you could tell me a little bit about why you decided to choose Western.
Because I got a call from Joan Harrington, so it wasn't me searching anything out. It was literally her giving a call to the Tectonic offices and essentially asking if anyone would be willing to come and do a residency here and do a show with their students. And it was quite a ways in advance, so it was initially something that I didn't know that I could commit to, just given my schedule and my professional life, but it ended up working out and it's been really fantastic. So it's all due to her, I think, wanting to bring as much different methodology and different kind of theater to her students, which is pretty incredible.
How has it been working with Western as opposed to any other groups that you've worked with?
It's been, I think, it's a fantastic program. The students have been incredible, and this is, it's not material for the faint of heart. It's not a methodology for the faint of heart. So, when we came here in April, there were a number of students that were auditioning for the play, and we have 14 amazing actors and 4 or 5 amazing designers. There's a lot of people involved in this show, so it has just been incredible and on par with other theaters. But this is, I think, the biggest kind of show that I have done in residency. So it's been really joyously challenging.
How do you feel that Western's theater majors, these actors, have taken to your method work?
I think they have been really open and really willing, and those are two key things that you need to have with this work. It's certainly work that they have never done before, and it's a lot to grapple with in terms of, they spent several months this summer on their downtime doing research, doing interviews, transcribing those interviews, doing so much research. I couldn't even believe it when I got here, and I was keeping in contact with them over the summer. And there have been, moments of confusion, obviously, moments of frustration, moments of wondering what this is going to be and how it's all going to evolve. And, I think there's a certain amount of doubt and fear in all processes relating to art. And this is certainly a pretty, it's a part of the work. And I've just been encouraging them to kind of keep the dad out of the room and really focus on the theatrical landscape that we're creating and the theatrical forms that we're finding and the content that will go into those forms. So it's been an incredible group, and we've been doing this for 3 weeks, which feels like a month, 6 months already, but it's been really amazing, and they're an incredibly talented group of students.
Now, I know that you guys work at a much more lengthy pace than
Yeah.
what this program works at. So how has it been working in this sped up time zone, this time frame?
It's, Laramie Project took 2 years to evolve to full production, and several other shows that I've been involved with that are Tectonic shows have taken even longer than that. So this is 7 weeks total. 1 week to do the resources and find out what all their source material was and all the interviews that they did, and to really, for me especially, to read through all those and to become really familiar and comfortable with all the material. And then we started doing our technique, which is called moment work. So it is certainly a really short amount of time to do this kind of work. And I think, although we've all gotten something out of it, I think we all wish there were more time, but it's a challenge to evolve a show in this amount of time. And I think certain things are, certain decisions are going to be made just based on that time crunch that probably wouldn't be made had we had 6 months to do this show. But I'm excited by the challenge of, pulling this off in the next 4 weeks.
How do you feel about this topic that the program chose to work around or work with?
Well, essentially, they chose it. I mean, we were here in April, and we chose the students that were going to be a part of this, both actors, the designers were already chosen, and we chose a group of 4 dramaturgs and research assistants, 2 playwrights, a director, and then another dramaturg. And essentially, we asked all of them when we did little mini interviews in the auditions here in April if they had any material that they thought would be interesting to work with for a theater project, and this came up. in addition to a few other things. So we kind of put them all up on the board. As you see this paper behind us, we put everything up on boards and write everything down, and they chose unanimously to do a play about this topic. And I think it's incredible. I mean, I think death is an inherent part of life, and to be their age and to be grappling with this material and interviewing people who are terminally ill and in the spiritual community here and people who are close to Kevorkian, I think is a real growing process for all of them. So I've been just incredibly privileged to listen to all their interview material and to see them be affected by this source material and change as a result of doing this work. So that's been it's been an incredible gift.
My name is Jasmine Lake. I'm a theater performance major here at Western Michigan University, and I'm a super senior.
Tell me a little bit about how it's been working with Tectonic.
Um, every day is a roller coaster. So some days you come in one rehearsal you go through the whole series of emotion. You're excited, and then you're frustrated, and then you're mad, and then you're excited again, and then you just kind of fluctuate between all these different emotions. And it's really unlike anything we usually get to do as actors, because usually, we're not involved in actually creating the show and having some sort of input about the visual elements involved. And so it's a really incredible chance to give us a different understanding of how we can approach work in theater.
How do you feel about this story and this topic and how the script has come along?
When we originally chose Dr. Kevorkian, I actually didn't vote for it. I voted for some environmental something that was going on. And so, but I was happy about it. I thought it was really interesting, and I thought it was really exciting. And over the course of the summer, I did 6 interviews, some of them with terminally ill patients, one of them with the mother of Dr. Kevorkian's youngest patient. And that alone changed me, just talking to those people and hearing what they had to say about life and death. So I carried that into the rehearsal process. And since then, and since hearing everybody else's material and everybody else's research, it's started to grow into this, into the best of what everybody has to say about death and life and beauty and things like that. So I'm really excited about it. And I know we only have a few weeks before we actually go up, and we don't even have a script yet, but you take it as it comes.
Will any one of these particular interviews maybe possibly end up in the show?
Yes, hopefully. I mean, there are at least 2 of the 6 interviews that I did are, the material is recurring. People are interested in the material, they're creating moments with it. And so hopefully we'll be able to see those characters. Because in the end, though, it's about the show and not about the attachment to the interview. So you have to give it up a little.
How do you feel working with Tectonic in this kind of time frame? Because for them, this is really quick. Is
Right.
this as quick or as slow for you guys?
Oh, it's very quick. Usually you go in and you have a script on day 1, and then from that day you have a month, 2 months to work on the show. So, so we are going to get a script within like a week of the show, and not to mention that we've had probably altogether it's something like, even though we researched over the summer, we just started meeting at the end of August. And so it's a crunch to share all of the information, to make moments out of it, and to smush it all into something cohesive. So it's a time constraint for us all. And it's something that we've all had to dedicate ourselves to, and we've all had to kind of set other things aside. And there's understanding within the department that this is a very time-consuming, very unique process. And so we have the support, but yes, it is still a scary time frame.